So I'm sure the thought that's on everybody's mind right now, as well as mine, is how is the midterm elections going to affect the stock market? So what I'm doing, guys, today, I'm putting a little video together where I'm going to go back through 2014, 2010, 2006, and 2002. Okay, so that's the last 4 midterm elections, and I'm going to observe how the market reacted on those days and on those midterm election days. And so this is going to be a learning experience for me just as much as you. So I'm just going to pull up charts, and then I have a historical index tracker that we can look at, and we're going to go through these elections one at a time and kind of make a judgment at the end of the video. And of course, I want all kinds of comments down in the comment section with opinions regarding this. If you how strongly do you feel one way or the other? Do you think it's going to have any impact at all, or are we going to see a bigger pullback? I want to hear all that down in the comment section, guys. So the 2014 United States elections, they were held on Tuesday, November 4th of 2014. So this was Barack Obama's second term, and let's just look at its relationship to the stock market and see what kind of movement we've seen after that. So just for time and efficiency purposes, guys, I'm going to use the S&P 500 index to track these time locations and do this historical research. Obviously, I probably could do a video where I compare and cross-reference with the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the NASDAQ. But just for the sake of making a video, trying to be kind of efficient with my time, I'm just going to use the S&P 500. So we just read on the other page that midterm elections were on November 4th of 2014. Now, ironically enough, guys, the market did take a big pullback that year going into midterms. So you see right down here, between October 15th and 16th, it looks like a bottom set in with this big pullback, and then it started to rally going into midterms. Okay, so it's very similar to the situation we are currently in. Obviously, we're not seeing a big rally, and we're not back to where we were, but we are. The market is trying to recover going into midterm elections. And so right here, guys, I have marked right here. So this is November 4th of 2014, and it looks like the S&P 500 opened at 2,015 points, and we can go one day later, and it opened at 2,015 points. So not a lot of movement. It does look like it did take an increase overall, and the market did continue to rally past midterm elections and into the month of December that year. But it does not look like the midterm elections in 2014 had very much impact on the stock market at all. And right here too, guys, I just want to point this out. So in the month of October, the first day of October, the S&P 500 was running around 1,937 points. And then the first week of November, it was around 2,044 points. And then the first day of December, it was around 2,054 points. So as you can see, midterms did not have a real impact on the stock market. Like I said, maybe very short term, but nothing substantial that lasted very long. All right, up next is the 2010 midterm elections. So the 2010 United States elections were held on Tuesday, November 2nd of 2010. So let's jump over to the chart and see what we got. So here we go, guys. Got the chart pulled back up. Now it does look like the market took a dip in August of that year, okay? And then it started to rally pretty much non-stop until the start of 2011. So, we can't use the same, I guess we can't consider it the same situation that we are in 2018, but I will mention this. The stock market was still recovering from the big crash at the end of 2008. So investors and institutions still were not nearly as confident as they are now. So let's just go ahead and check out the how it reacted. So there was, I got November 2nd, 2010 marked right here on my bullseye, and it looks like the S&P 500 closed at 1,193 points. And the very next day, on November 3rd of 2010, it looks like it closed at 1,197 points. So very, very little impact, very little reaction to the midterm elections in 2010. So far, guys, we are about 2 for 2. 2014 and 2010, neither one of these days seen a real reaction from the stock market. So here's the S&P historical index right here, guys. In October 1st, it parked at 1,171 points. By November 1st, it was at 1,198 points. And by December 1st of 2010, it was at 1,241 points. So actually a very strong rally. You got to remember, back then the percentages were a lot more because the index was so much smaller. So it looks like it kind of had a nice rally going all the way back to August, September, October, November, December, January, and on. It looks like it really rallied going into 2011 there. So, but what we're focused on is the midterms, and again, they just had very little impact on the stock market. Up next, the 2006 United States elections were held on Tuesday, November 7th, 2006. So let's pull up the old chart and see what we got. All right, so right here, guys, right where I got my bullseye is November 7th in 2006, and it looks like the S&P 500 closed at 1,382 points that day. We'll jump ahead one day, and it closed at 1,385 points. So once again, very little impact. Does not look like the market reacted strongly or negatively to any of these midterm elections. So far, what I'm gathering is that it has very, very little impact on the stock market at all. And pretty much the same kind of situation here, guys. In October of 2006, the S&P 500 ran at 1,363 points. By November, it was at 1,388 points. And by December, it was at 1,416 points. So, kind of the same situation. No real big impact on the stock market. Now, last one. The 2002 United States elections were held on November 5th of 2002. So, let's go check that out. All right, so down here, guys, I've got November 5th, 2002 highlighted, and it looks like the S&P 500 closed at 915 points. And then one day later, on the 6th, it looks like it hit 923 points. So very little movement there. Now, I will mention, though, shortly after that, all the days after that, there was a minor little sell-off right here, okay? So there was a minor little sell-off, but did not last long. By the 11th of November, the market was going back in a bullish direction, and it looked like it was trading at a normal pace again. So that's kind of where we're at with the charting. It doesn't look like midterm elections really push the market in any direction too much either way of the results, okay? And so October 1st, 2002, the S&P closed at 854. November 1st, 2002, S&P closed at 909, and it looks like December was at 899. And so it actually looks like the market was pulling back. Looked like it was pulling back going into a new year that year. But we were in the middle of a war with Iraq, and this was only about a year after 9/11 happened. So still probably not a lot of investor confidence. But as you can see, as the years go on, the S&P just continues to climb and has really doubled a lot since these levels here in 06 and 05. So in conclusion, guys, it does not look like midterm elections have any real strong impact on the stock market movement. This might be the year it does. I'm not really sure. Of course, I'm not the most political person in the world. I stay focused on the stock market. I observe politics enough to try to understand its impact on the stock market, and that's about it, okay? I don't spend a lot of time watching political TV and reading political news articles. I kind of find it to be a waste of time for the most part, but I really want to know what everybody else is thinking, what's on everybody else's mind. Go down to the comment section, throw your opinion out there. I want to hear it. What kind of reaction do you think we're going to get tomorrow and over the next course of the week? If midterms are going to impact the stock market, or is it just going to be another trading day? Thanks for watching, guys.